Good morning. I again welcome you to Sporting Angels Educational Spectrum. Today we shall be discussing about some specific trigonometric angles. Right? So basically we shall be discussing about 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. We shall be moving in the direction one by one. Let's derive their values and keep putting in the table, right? Let's start with the easiest one, the 45, right? To derive the T ratios, the trigonometric ratios of 45, let's take a triangle, a right angled triangle ABC, where we would like to find out angle A, right? So when angle A is 45, see, this is 90, this is 45, then we are left with C also as 45. So both these become equal, and when this and this becomes equal, that means AB and BC are equal, right? Now let's take, once we have said AB is equal to BC, let's take AB is equal to BC is equal to X or A, right? Let's take it A. Once we have taken these to be equal to A, how much is AC? AC, see, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. That means AC square is equal to A square plus B square. That means AC is equal to A root 2, right? AC comes out to be A root 2. Once we know the values of AB, BC and AC, it becomes very easy for us to find out the values of sin 45, cos 45, tan 45, cot 45, sec 45 and cosec 45, right? Let's try to find out sin 45 first. See, taking sin 45 by the definition of the T ratios. When we take sin 45 by the definition of the T ratios, the definition says in the ratio of the sides, it becomes, see, you have been in a habit of saying perpendicular upon base, which is wrong to say now. We have been saying it in class 6, 7, 8, but it will not be appropriate. So let's start a new system of calling. See, this is the angle, then this side becomes adjacent to the angle and this becomes opposite to the angle, right? So when we write sin 45, we can say the side opposite and the side adjacent. So in case of sine, we will say BC upon AC, right? This is the side opposite and this is hypotenuse, right? When we take cos 45, we will take side adjacent upon hypotenuse. In other terms, we can say sin 45 is equal to BC upon AC. Putting their values, we get 1 upon root 2. So we have derived the value of sin 45, which comes out to be 1 upon root 2. Calculating cos 45, we have AB upon AC, that gives us 1 upon root 2. Similarly, tan 45, BC upon AB, A upon A, that gives us 1. So sin 45, let's fill up the table now. Sin 45 is 1 upon root 2 and cos 45 1 upon root 2, right? Tan 45 is 1. Talk about cot 45. See, it can be derived from 10. It is the inverse of 10. So again, it gives you 1. When we talk about sec 45, it is the inverse of cos. So it will give you root 2, and this also happens to be root 2. We have now all the 6 trigonometric ratios which are called specific. Now let's talk about 30. Okay. In this case, what we do is, when we calculate 30 and 60, let's take an equilateral triangle. Let's take an equilateral triangle ABC. Right? Once the triangle is equilateral, that means all the 3 angles are equal. That is 60, 60, 60. And once all the 3 angles, each one of them is 60, let's have AD perpendicular on BC. That means when we, in these 2 triangles, see, AB is equal to AC and AD is equal to AD. At this angle, these 2 angles are equal, each being 90. Now by RHS congruency condition, we have triangle ADB congruent to triangle ADC. And once these 2 triangles are congruent, then by CPCT, we can say that BD is equal to DC. That means BD is half of BC, right? And once BD is half of BC, now let's take AB to be 2A this time. And if AB, AC and BC are 2A, then BD automatically becomes A. This becomes A. Now we have the lengths of AB as well as BD. We need to calculate AD. In right triangle ADB, it's not very difficult for you to calculate the length of AD. By Pythagoras theorem, you can again, in that case, AD, when you calculate, it comes out to be A root 3. AD you have got A root 3 when you put their values, right? Now, when we say, see, this is 60 and this is 30. Remember, this being 90. Okay? We have already talked about how it came to be 30. See, when these 2 triangles are congruent, naturally the angles are also equal. That means it, apart from being the perpendicular, it is also the angle bisector. So it divides 60 into 2 halves, 30 and 30. Right? Now, sin 30 is BD upon AB. That is A upon 2A. That gives us 1 upon 2. Similarly, cos 30 gives us, that is AD upon AB. That gives us root 3 upon 2. And tan 30 gives us 1 upon root 3. Right? So we have calculated the values of sin 30. Let's fill it up now. 1 upon 2 cos 30 root 3 upon 2, tan 30 1 upon root 3. And similarly, as we filled up this, we can take this to be root 3. This will be 2 upon root 3 and this will be 2. Right? So having calculated sin 30, cos 30, tan 30, cot 30, sec 30 and cosec 30, let's calculate sin 60 now. See, again, look here. Now, sin 60 is AD upon AB. That gives us, when you put their values, it gives us root 3 upon 2. Similarly, cos 60 is adjacent side upon the hypotenuse. That gives us 1 upon 2. And tan 60 is again the opposite side upon the adjacent side. That gives us root 3. Let's note these three values first. Sin 60 we have already calculated to be root 3 upon 2. Then cos 60 we have calculated to be 1 upon 2. Then tan 60 we have calculated to be root 3. Cot, it is the inverse of 10, so it will give you. Similarly, sec is the inverse of cos, so it will give you 2. And when we talk about cosec, it is the inverse of this, so it should give you 2 upon root 3. We have got the values of 30, 45, 60. Now we have to calculate the values of 0 and 90. Okay. So trigonometric ratios of 0 and 90. See, consider this triangle ABC again. And let's start closing angle A. Let's start closing it. As angle A gets smaller and smaller, there will be a time when C coincides with B. Right? See, when angle A gets smaller, here it was this much, then it gets smaller, yet smaller, and almost it is coinciding with AB. AC is coinciding with AB. That means point C almost coincides B as it gets smaller. When it gets smaller, there are two things that happen. With angle A getting smaller, BC decreases. That is number one. Ultimately, it becomes almost 0. It becomes almost 0. See, C is about to be on B. That means BC becomes almost 0. And second thing that happens is AC is almost equal to AB when it comes here. Note these two things. As angle A gets smaller and smaller, BC becomes almost 0 and AC becomes equal to AB. Now remember these two values and let's find out sin A. Sin A is BC upon AC and BC with the decrease in the value of angle A, BC has become almost 0. That means 0 divided by any value will give you 0. That means sine A is very close to 0. It is almost 0. We define sine 0 as 0. Okay. Similarly, cos A, AB upon AB. Sorry, AB upon AC. But AC has become almost AB. So, same thing divided by the same thing gives us 1. So, having calculated sine 0 and cos 0, we can calculate the other values, right? So, let's note down their values first. 0, 1. Now 10 is sine upon cos, right? That is 0 upon 1. So it again will give you 0. But cot becomes 1 upon 0. And 1 upon 0 is not defined. Similarly, here, this is converse of this. So again it comes out to be 1. But when we talk about cosec, it again gives you, see, it is 0. When you divide something by 0, it is not defined. Now, calculating the values of 90. Let's again consider them. Here, angle A was decreasing. Let's see what happens when it starts increasing. As angle A increases, see, here angle A is smaller. Here it becomes greater in size. As angle A becomes greater, angle C decreases, right? Angle A increases. It becomes almost equal to 90. When A becomes almost 90, C becomes almost 0. See, it is almost, it is not exact. Reason being, the sum of 3 angles has to be 180. It cannot be 2 angles, cannot be exactly 180. But it is almost 180. So this becomes almost 90. When this becomes almost 90, this becomes almost 0. Right? Remember this. When you remember this, when C gets smaller and smaller, what happens when A is almost 90, okay, and C is almost 0? What happens with AC? AC becomes almost equal to BC, right? And AB becomes almost 0. So here, putting their values BC upon AC, we get sine 90 is equal to 1. Whereas when we put AB upon AC, cos 90 is 0. And their values can be put again here, right? So sine 90 is 1, cos 90 0. Now 10. Again it is sine upon cos, that will give you 1 upon 0. But division by 0 is not defined. Therefore, you will have to leave it. These 3, I leave them for you to fill up. Thanks for joining.